All right, so here's the typical hook in a TypeScript tutorial. So let's create a directory. Let's call it TypeScript, and we'll cd into TypeScript, and we'll create two files, an index.html file and a script.js file here. Okay, and then we'll just go in and go into the index file, and we'll create a simple HTML file here. So we have our head here, might have a title tag, simple HTML document. Close out the title tag, close out the head tag, have the body tag, and then we'll have some input. So we'll have an input type equals number, and then we'll give it an ID equal to number 1, and then we'll have another input type equal number, ID will equal number 2, and we'll have a button with an ID equal to button, and we'll say something like click me, and then we'll close out the button, and we'll pull in this script, and the script source is going to be a script.js file, and we'll close out the script tag, and we'll close out the body tag, and we'll close out the HTML tag. Okay, and so that's our HTML file. If I can hit :W. Okay, and so now let's go back and we'll work on the script. So we're going to say something like, I don't know, const number 1 equals document dot get element by ID, and we'll say number 1, and then const number 2 is going to be document dot get element by ID. It's going to be number 2. Okay, and bear with me a sec, and then we'll have const button equals document dot get element by ID button. Okay. All right, and then from there we'll have a function. Let's call the function add. This is typically every TypeScript tutorial I've seen, and we're going to pass in number 1, pass in number 2, and we're just going to return number 1 dot value plus number 2 dot value. And all right, and then we'll have the button. We'll add an event listener, and we'll listen for a click, and then we're going to just do an anonymous function here, and we'll console log basically the add function, passing in number 1 and number 2, and then we'll close that out. I think that's all we need. Oh, I forgot a parentheses here. Okay. All right, so now if we run this, let me show you what happens. So I'm going to go to my Linux files here. Let's open this up, and we'll open this up. And if we try and add these two, do 1 and 2, and let's open up the console over here. And I got an error, line 11. So let's fix that first. So line 11. Oh yeah, got to have parentheses and close out that. Okay. All right. So we'll refresh. Okay. So if I add, I have to put in numbers. So I add 1 and 2 and click, I get 12 because when it takes the value, it takes it as a string and it concatenates the string into 12. And the argument for TypeScript, the starting off hook, is that, well, this will prevent against that, and you'll get 3. But to get 3, all we really need to do, we don't need to compile any TypeScript file. We just have to put a plus in front of here to make sure this is a number, and put a plus in front of here, which is also making sure that's a number. Let's refresh this. Now, if I do 1 and 2 again, and click, it gives me 3. Let's make this a little larger so you can see. Okay. You probably can't see this, but it's giving me 3. Okay. So that's all I need to do to fix that problem. So what I'm saying is this hook to try and get you to use TypeScript really doesn't hook me in. I know TypeScript has a lot more available to that, but this is a little bit of a rant because I'm watching all these TypeScript tutorials because typically I worked on WordPress backends. We didn't use TypeScript, but I'm like, I got to get going on learning some TypeScript because a lot of larger companies want it. So I don't know. What do you think? You think that's a good hook? I don't think it is. I think that's a bad hook for a tutorial. Maybe someone can suggest a better hook in the comments below. If you don't think that was a good hook, please like this video and help get out to more people so we can make those TypeScript tutorials a little bit better. I also want to thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.